Happy Monday morning, it's Miss Fife. Today and for the rest of this week, we're going to be working on simple sentences using the simple sentence writing strategy. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll move through different kinds of sentences. It was my hope that we would be working on our sports essays remotely, but as I started to do some planning, I realized it would be pretty intensive for all of us to try and do that from home. It'd be easier to do in the classroom. If it turns out that we are home for longer, I will proceed with the sports essay, but hopefully by then I'll be better at this. So we're going to move on and we're going to talk about simple sentences. A simple sentence is a sentence that's made up of one independent clause. An independent clause is a group of words that makes a complete statement and can stand alone. That means that the group of words makes sense by itself. An example simple sentence or independent clause is Susan ran. This is a group of words that can stand by itself, and it can stand by itself because it has two of the most important things. Susan ran is not only a complete statement, it contains a subject and a predicate. Every independent clause, and therefore every simple sentence, contains two parts, and that is a subject and a predicate. The subject is what the sentence is about. To be more precise, the subject of the sentence is the person, place, thing, quality, or idea the sentence is about. These are the words we know are nouns. Nouns name a person, place, thing, quality, or idea. A subject is the noun the sentence is about. We're going to look at some examples of each of the kind of nouns that can be in sentences. For example, John went for a walk. The subject is a person. It is John. Moving through places, the subject is town, for towns are quiet after snow falls. Eggs are things. In this sentence, they rolled off the counter. Silence is golden. Silence is a quality. And peace is an idea. Peace is at hand. In many simple sentences, you will find that the subject is the first word. What is the other part of the sentence called? It is the predicate. It's the part of the sentence that shows the subject's state of being or action. That is, it tells what the subject is or does. The words we use to show action or state of being are called verbs. If the verb shows some sort of action, it's usually easy to pick out. That means it shows physical or mental activity. An activity is something that's done in the mind or through physical motion. It's something you can do. So finding the verb is usually pretty easy. In the sentence, Sally sneezed. The verb sneezed is a physical activity. In the sentence, let's move, John thinks, the verb shows a mental activity. This is an activity the subject does with his mind. And the last one, the state of being, is showing the subject's state of or condition. So words like is, are, and were are verbs that show this state of being. For example, in the sentence, Jessie is my friend, is shows the state of being. It links or connects the subject Jessie with what Jessie is. For this reason, words to use state of being are called linking verbs. And they include am, are, be, been, become, is, seem, was, and were. Helping verbs also help to connect verbs to their subject, and here's a long list of helping verbs. It's important that you know how to find the verbs and subjects in sentences you write, because this will help you know whether you have a complete sentence. A complete simple sentence contains a subject and a verb. An incomplete sentence has a subject but no verb, or has a verb but no subject. We are going to avoid leaving out vital parts of sentences as we write. To identify the verb and subject in a sentence, you need to go through a two-step procedure. Step 1. Look for the word that shows mental or physical action or state of being. That is, you need to look for an action verb or a linking verb. For example, in the sentence, Kevin reported the theft. First, look for the word that shows action or state of being. In this case, reported is the verb. Once you've found the verb, you need to complete the second step. In the second step, you ask yourself, who or what reported? So you ask yourself who or what, and then add the verb that you found. Who or what reported? The answer to that question is Kevin. That makes Kevin the subject. Let's try the next one. Paula is an astronaut. Is there an action verb? No, there's not. There's just a linking verb, state of being, is. Who or what is Paula is? That is the way we identify our subject and our verb. Again, today's sentences all are simple with one subject and one verb. We're looking just for the simple subject and the simple verb. Which brings me to today's assignment. I've already sent my PDF to Notability. I'm going to read over the instructions for today. Each of the following simple sentences has one subject and one verb. There are 10. Step 1, identify the verb first by asking yourself, what is the word that shows mental or physical action or state of being? Step 2, identify the subject by asking yourself who or what, and then insert the verb in the blank. We'll do the first two together. The answer to that question is the subject. We're going to underline the verb twice and the subject once. So let's look at the first one. Jane went to the pool. Can I identify an action word or a state of being? Yes. Went. That's what this person did. Ask myself, who or what went? Jane went. That makes Jane the subject, and went is my predicate. Sentence number 2. Paul is a very nice guy. Is there an action word? There is not. Sorry, there's not. It is a state of being, which makes my linking verb is. Who or what is a nice guy? Paul. Okay, you're going to finish these 10 sentences by underlining the verb twice and the subject once. And then you will move on to the second part of the sentence assignment, which is writing 5 of your own original simple sentences with just one subject and one verb. Then you're going to underline the subject once and the verb twice, all on the topic of my favorite meal. So you're going to select to type this, please, so I can read it. And you're going to select to do it in a pretty big font, like a 12. And you know I love my Ariel. But I don't even see it. I wonder if they have it. There she is. And I'm going to line that up so I can write my sentence about my favorite meal, and I'm going to remember that this is a simple sentence. And my simple sentence is going to be something like, what you doing way up there? Come back down here. Oh no, I typed it in italics and red printer fix that because Miss Fife just said to put it in 12 Arial black. And I'm going to line it up. There we go. There's my first one. Spaghetti is my favorite meal. And then I can underline the subject once and the verb twice. So I'm going to take my verb is, and the subject is spaghetti is. What's my favorite meal? Spaghetti. Okay, simple sentence. One subject, one verb. You're going to write 5 of them all about your favorite meal. Good luck, guys.